Station 24/7.
One of the things I love about God is that wherever He needs to go, He is already there. He does not need any aircraft or any train or any boat because He's already there and His people are scattered all over the globe. You thought God was a Trini, didn't you? No, God has a passport for every piece of real estate on this globe. In fact, He owns the globe. Not only does He own the globe, but He also owns the life of our special guest today. All the way from India, would you believe it? A tiny little continent of maybe just about 1.2 billion people. We have 1.2 million in Trinidad, but she is visiting with us all the way from India, and we are happy to have you, Padmaja Medidi.
Thank you, Pastor. I'm delighted to be here.
Welcome to Trinidad and welcome to JC 24/7.
Thank you. Thank you.
You come out of a continent of 1.3 billion people,
Yes.
most of whom are Hindus,
Yes.
and about 2 to 3% are Christians,
Yes.
and a smaller percentage are Seventh-day Adventist Christians.
Yes.
You are one of those smaller percentage of persons.
Truly blessed.
Ah, man. How did you manage to become a Seventh-day Adventist? What happened? This song's a bit awesome. Could you share with us?
Yes, I have a wonderful, wonderful testimony for you. My father was born in a Hindu family. His parents were Hindus, and he was born in a very small village in India. And there was an Adventist missionary that went to that small village and wanted to preach there, but they objected him from preaching there. So they came up with a different proposal and asked if we can build a school there.
Right.
The Adventists asked, so they said yes, because there was no school in and around that area at all. So they built an elementary school. In fact, my grandfather donated his property for them to build a school over there.
Right.
So now people from that area were going to the school. So my father, his brother, and a lot of kids in our own, and they were taught about the love of Jesus
Right.
in that school. So my grandfather was the first one to be baptized in that village.
Wow.
So as a result of that, his whole entire family
Wow.
got baptized. So
Good.
my father,
Right.
got baptized at a very young age,
Right.
and he went to an Adventist school.
Right.
So he became a physician, and he worked in Jamaica as a missionary, doctor for 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
from that school came my dad's brother too,
Okay.
and he worked as a missionary doctor in Trinidad.
Trinidad?
Yes.
Excuse me.
He was in
Okay.
community hospital
Okay.
for, more than 35, 40 years.
What's his name, by the way?
Dr. Rao.
Dr. Rao from the community.
I'm sure many
I'm
of
sure,
your
yeah. I
people
am
know
very much
Dr.
acquainted with
That's
him.
my uncle.
That's
That's
your
my
uncle?
dad's brother.
Okay.
Yes.
You speak beautiful English, or you speak beautifully
Thank you.
English.
Thank you.
How is it? Is that India is a place that speaks English as well?
Well, not really, but Hindi is mainly spoken in India. That's a national,
Right.
language. But then every state speaks a different language. I'm from South India. I'm from Andhra,
Right.
and I speak the Telugu language.
Okay.
But I went to an elementary school, Adventist elementary school, as a child. So we were taught in English in India. So when I came to America, I was 17 years old, but I was very fluent in English.
Okay. Could you say hello in Telugu, you call it?
Yes.
To Trinidadians? Could you
Yes.
just say it in Telugu?
Namaste.
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 Yes.
That sounds like something else, but I wouldn't say it on national television. But you are here in Trinidad, so to be a part of a special experience to share your skills in the cooking art. Now, is it that you were trained as a cook, trained as a chef?
No.
How did?
I just love cooking,
Okay.
but I never thought I will be doing cooking on television.
Okay.
It was just God's arrangement. I guess I was in the right place at the right time,
Okay.
with the right people, and 3ABN was, they were all there for ASI meetings in
Right.
Tampa, and so I met Cinda, Linda, and Brenda,
Yes, okay.
and I didn't even know they had, cooking on 3ABN, but
Right.
Brenda asked me if I can do cooking for them. I was just walking, and they looked at my outfit, and they said, wow, can we take pictures? And Brenda said, do you do Indian cooking? I said, yes. And she said, well, why don't you come and do a show for us?
Just like that.
Just like that. And I said, yes, too.
What about your dress code that made them think that you could cook?
I know. They just loved my outfit, and they were just taking pictures
Right.
all of us together. And Brenda said, I asked her later, she was just prompted by the Holy Spirit to just ask me.
And you
She
were
does-
prompted to respond in the
Yes,
affirmative?
yes. And
But you were not trained. How did you manage to say
I
it?
was not trained. I've never cooked on television before. And I said yes. But I went there, and of course, they were there. They prompted me and helped me the first time.
Right.
And after that, I started cooking with Jill. And I'm telling you, God is just amazing. He just gave me that confidence, and I was just able to do it without any problem.
What sort of dishes are you famous for cooking?
I do very healthy Indian recipes, all plant-based.
Right.
So I do a lot of legume family and fresh vegetables. I don't like canned.
Okay.
We
okay.
don't use, in India, we don't have refrigerators.
Okay.
You have to go every single day and get your vegetables and cook
Okay.
every day.
Okay.
So we're used to cooking with fresh vegetables.
Okay. Is any of them your specialty?
Although I love the chickpeas.
Chickpeas,
Yes.
okay, okay.
I think my chickpea curry and chickpea saute is the best tasting of all, and everybody here enjoyed it.
Of course, I would not be able to say that because you did not bring any on set. I don't know why you didn't.
I'm sorry.
But I take your word for it. And I'm sure that others would have been inspired.
Yes.
Right.
I think I'm here to educate Trinidadians that
Right.
there's a wide variety
Okay.
of spices and dals. It's just not split peas. There's masoor dal, that's a different kind of split peas. There is urad dal, different kind of split peas. There's mung dal. There's so many dals that you should be using, and they're all available in your stores.
Is that right?
Because we went and bought it there.
Okay.
Yes, to cook for your people here. I want them to really, really try these recipes.
Okay, okay.
I think it's a different taste,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
amazing and it's healthy.
One of the things, Padma, that we are told is that you have exquisite vocal ability. Where did you get this from?
Thank you. My dad's an accomplished singer, and he really nurtured my talent as far as I can remember. At a very early age, I used to listen to Daddy singing, and so we started singing together in church when I was a little girl, and that truly inspired me. Later on, when we came to US, I would tell Daddy, someday we're going to go to India and record a Christian album, and truly God blessed, and he made my dream come true. So we
Wow.
did travel to India, and we did a Christian album.
Oh, you do have an
together.
album?
Yes,
Okay.
we do have
What's
a
the
Christian
title of the album?
It's Petals of Love.
Petals of Love. Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Very beautifully done. I had a great crew. We also did that in a DVD format.
Right.
So I had an amazing production crew that worked with me, and so we did, the video part of it too. So my dad is the one that always encouraged me to sing. He's just a wonderful singer.
Why did you call it Petals of Love?
Petals of Love, because I took the theme Galatians 5:22,
Okay.
and the fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, meekness, gentleness. These are all the petals of love.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that
Okay.
beautiful?
Look at that. Petals of Love. I'm sure with something like this and with your ministry, you would have inspired quite a number of individuals.
Yes.
Is there any special testimony that you remember specifically?
Yeah, actually, even while I was recording and we were doing the music videos, all my crew was basically Hindus, and they were all movie crew that we hired, and we went from location to location, and we did on location, captured beautiful scenic locations. And the choreographer that worked with me, he was a Hindu Brahmin, very young man. He was probably in his 20s, that was working with me, a brilliant artist. He was a very talented young man. And he actually has to listen to the songs every single day to help me. So as he was listening, this is in our native tongue, so he understood every word.
Right.
And he came to me and he told me, this is so rich and meaningful. Every day after we finish our shooting, I'm unable to get these words out of my head.
Wow.
Yes, they really had an impact on him because we're talking about the love and the joy and the peace. Just beautiful. The lyrics were just so wonderfully composed.
Wow.
And so this really touched him. So he was asking me, but I saw him smoking and drinking a little bit. So I asked him one day, and I said, why are you smoking so much? What's bothering you? And he said, What do you know about my life? So next day when we were taking a break, I asked him, can you share with me and tell me what's bothering you? And he said that he had choreographed all the songs for a blockbuster hit movie in India. And unfortunately, the director took his name off and put somebody else's name that's just used him for the work, but totally deceived him.
Right.
And so when that movie was released, it was a hit movie and he was nowhere, didn't get recognition.
No credits.
And somebody else got the recognition for his hard work. So he felt deceived and he was very angry. So I sat and spoke to him about forgiveness and told him to forgive that gentleman that deceived him. And he confessed to me, Pastor, really, he said, I have to tell you, ma'am, I did not want to do this project because it was a Christian project, but now I know why I took this project, because you had to talk to me about forgiveness.
Wow.
So he was truly touched by that. Later on, he promised that he was going to stop smoking and drinking. So I think the Lord touched him even before we ever released.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yes, so I feel blessed. And even one day, that Sabbath, as I was going to church, he asked me, and he said, ma'am, can you please pray to your God that I get a job? Sure, I said, I will. And I genuinely, sincerely prayed for him. And we finished our shooting. We had 10 songs. We finished it in 10 days. And the last day, this gentleman came running to me, all excited, shouting and screaming, ma'am, your God heard your prayers. I got a job. I got a call from, the director. So can you believe it? I think, that's just the way the Lord works and touches lives. And I was so happy to be able to minister to him.
I can tell from your countenance that you are one who has been terribly affected positively by the love of God in your life. And it shines brilliantly and radiantly on your countenance.
Thank you. I get very excited when I'm talking about this because it's...
I can imagine. Contain the excitement. We will be right back. We are talking with Padmaja Medidi, an expert in cooking, trained by Hands of Heaven. And she's also an exquisite vocalist. We cannot enjoy her culinary skills, but we can enjoy Padma's singing to the glory of God. Listen to this, and we'll be right back.
Jali manasu daya bhavamu dirgha shantamu satvikamunu Jali manasu daya bhavamu dirgha shantamu satvikamunu vinaya swabhavamu sahanashilamu devuni atma abharanamule శాంతము సాత్వికమును వినయ స్వభావము సహనశీలము దేవుని ఆత్మ ఆభరణములే స్వభావము సహనశీలము దేవుని ఆత్మ ఆభరణములే సహనమునందు దేవుని భక్తిని భక్తి అందు సహోదర ప్రేమను సహనమునందు దేవుని భక్తిని భక్తి అందు సహోదర ప్రేమను సోదర ప్రేమలో మేలైన దయను సమకూర్చుకుని సేవ చేయుడి జాలి మనసు దయాభావము దీర్ఘశాంతము సాత్వికమును జాలి మనసు దయాభావము దీర్ఘశాంతము సాత్వికమును వినయ స్వభావము సహనశీలము దేవుని ఆత్మ ఆభరణములే
The voice of Padmaja or Padma Medidi, and I'm sure you would agree with me that she is one of those petals of love, all the way from India. Padmaja or Padma. I'm sure this ministry has taken you to various parts of the globe. Could you highlight some of the areas that you have been to?
Yes, Pastor. We have been to Jamaica. Me and my husband are in the medical ministry.
Jamaica, okay.
Yeah, so we were quite a few times in Jamaica. We are here in Trinidad, and in fact, right after Trinidad, we are leaving to India on Sunday.
Okay, your husband and you said. How long have you been married?
Oh, 32 years.
32 years, you sure?
Yes.
You don't look the part, though. You got married very early, as a teenager. How did you meet?
Well, my husband was working with my father in Jamaica, and I was attending Andrews University at that time. And I just came for a break. We just met, but it was actually arranged. We didn't date, or there was no dating involved here. It was my father. Actually, his father talked to my dad, and they arranged for us to get married. So I flew in from Michigan. He flew in from Jamaica, and we met in the church on the wedding day.
On the wedding day?
Yes.
On the wedding day, you met your husband?
Well, I met him before.
Of
Just
course,
said hi, but I
you
didn't
know.
know I was going to marry. We didn't talk or have any. We didn't do that at all. It was only on the.
Happy with this arrangement?
Absolutely, I'm truly blessed. The Lord has blessed me. I think my mom and dad really prayed a lot. And I think when we sincerely pray to the Lord, He knows exactly what we want. And so he gave me an amazing husband. Truly, truly blessed, Pastor.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I take it that the whole arrangement was something that is accustomed.
Yes, in India, usually they do arrange marriages, but now it's getting a little westernized. So people are falling in love and marrying, but a huge percent of the wedding marriages are arranged in India. And I'm really blessed and happy. My husband is good. He's a good Christian. So I think when when they arrange a marriage, your parents really check the background of a person. I think when you're in love, you really, love is blind. They don't see a lot of things. But as my parents, they really checked, good education, is a good man with good character, good family background. They want their daughter to be happy. So my parents really picked a wonderful guy, and I'm really, really happy.
Wow,
he takes good care of me.
Just calling his name gets you.
Yes, because, if I'm looking good.
Come on now.
It is because he takes good care.
And out of this arrangement, how many children, if any?
Yes, we do have 2 children, lovely children. My daughter is a family practitioner like my husband.
Oh.
Yes, my husband is a family practitioner.
is?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He's the medical director of Suncoast Community Health Centers in Tampa area. They have several centers. So he's been working there for several years, more than 25 years, 27 years. He's been working there. So now my daughter is a family practitioner, and my son also is a physician.
Wow.
Yes, and he's an internist. He just finished his residency and he's working.
So this is a medical family.
Yes, and so we're very excited. I think we can do a lot of medical ministry. My daughter is, in fact, traveling with us to India to see patients with him for the medical ministry.
Okay.
So we are very happy that the Lord is using us in this way.
So this arrangement did work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think if you keep God first
Right.
and ask Him for help, He will provide for you the best.
Amen. I take that. How has your husband been a part of your ministry, or maybe you being a part of his ministry? How have you
He's
worked together?
very supportive to me in all that I do. I couldn't have accomplished all this without his help. To do the music videos, I had to travel to India, so I had to leave the family and go and do a lot of things. But he has been very supportive to me. And also in my cooking, he has been very supportive. We travel to 3ABN and he helps me.
Okay.
So he's the man behind the scenes.
Have mercy. Have
Yes.
mercy. Now, you are in Trinidad, speaking about cooking, speaking to the whole question of healthful living. What is it about your meals that make them very healthy?
Well, all the recipes that I've shown here are plant-based, which I think is very healthy for our health.
Right.
So I'm showing them very healthy recipes, but at the same time, tasty. South Indian spices are a little different from the Trinidadian spices, so I want to introduce something new to the population here. So I want them to try these new recipes that I have shown and use the new spices. Our curry powder is different from the Trinidadian curry powder.
So what, we have counterfeit powder here?
No. It is just a little, very, very mild. You don't mix a lot of spices in your curry powder. So later on, I've been teaching.
Nice way of putting it.
I'm teaching at our Hope Center, giving them health tips. I'm giving them live demos. Actually, yesterday we had a wonderful time. The ladies really enjoyed. So I'm going to give a recipe for the authentic, the recipe for the curry powder from South India.
Okay. And you mentioned it's tasty as well.
Very tasty.
I still won't forgive you. I'm trying my best to forgive you.
Before I leave, you will taste.
Okay, good. So
I promise you.
All right, we'll hold on that non-forgiveness spirit. In terms of how it has affected the lives of other persons, your healthful cooking classes, how has it impacted communities or persons? Is there any incident that you could recall?
When they show my program on 3ABN, when it's aired on 3ABN, I get huge volume of calls from various people. They're all Americans, but they are cooking Indian. And they're like, oh, we tried your dish. We tried this spinach recipe. We tried this mung dal recipe. It's tasted so good. Or any questions or anything, they go to my website. They get my number. They email me. They call me. So it's really, really nice. I'm there that they can anytime communicate with me. I give them, help them. But they've been doing this actually, changing and, very healthy because they love the recipes. They're tasting very good. I make it very simple. It's simplified.
What's your website?
It's sweetsoothingmusic.com.
Oh, mercy. I can't forget that. Sweetsoothingmusic.com.
Yes, everybody, I see a lot of Americans truly are touched by the music, and it is very relaxing, very soothing.
Very good, very good.
Yes.
This is your second trip to Trinidad.
Yes, I've been here I think 20 years ago with my children when they were very little, just to visit my uncle. And never came back, but this is, we're very happy. This has been a very, very good journey for me.
What's your impression of Trinidad?
I love it. It's just like Jamaica. We lived in Jamaica, so it's just like the islands. It reminds me of India quite a lot.
Have you tasted any of our local dishes here?
Yes, I did the doubles.
You did?
Yes. I was told you're not leaving Trinidad.
Okay. Did you take it with pepper?
Yes, I had to. Because Indians eat a lot of pepper. Yes, we love a lot of. And I'm South Indian, so we eat very hot.
Very good.
Yeah, it was very good.
If you have to encourage our viewers in terms of healthful living and maybe show them the importance of it, what would you tell them?
I would tell their basic 5 health principles, I
Right.
would say. If they eat really regular meals at regular times that are plant-based and exercise regularly, get adequate rest, no alcohol, and no smoking,
Right.
it will add 14 years to our life.
14.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I think we can all do it, but we need to take care of our bodies.
Right.
You know, I've never had coffee in my life. I've never had tea, no sodas. My parents never introduced.
Right.
And maybe that's why I'm looking,
I'm telling you.
younger
I'm telling
and
you.
healthier because I eat healthy.
Right.
Me and my husband exercise. We do 4 miles a day.
Okay.
So we follow the health principles.
That's you walk 4 miles a day.
4 miles a day.
Wow.
Every day.
Ah.
Yes. So we want to be healthy.
Right.
You don't want to get to old age suffering and
Right.
taking lots of medications.
Right.
You want to have a good life even when you're older.
Beautiful.
And that's the key.
Very good.
No smoking, no drinking, good exercise,
Right.
adequate rest, and meals that are plant-based.
Beautiful. And it keeps you married for at least 30 years. Finally, what part has God played in your life and in your ministry? How has He been active and activated in your experience?
Oh my God, Pastor, I cannot tell you. It's been amazing journey for me. I only prayed and asked and said, Lord, use me and my talents for your glory. And He has just opened doors. But He had really carried me each and every step of the way. I didn't have to do anything myself.
Wow.
He is doing it all for me. I was a very shy, very quiet girl.
How do you imagine that?
Can you imagine that it's the presence of the Holy Spirit that helps me to do what I do? It's not me, it's all about Him. Yes, and I have to tell you that He must increase and I must decrease. And I'm just a vessel being used for God's glory.
And God has brought you to Trinidad.
Yes.
And brought you to JC 24/7 to be a part of the experience. Padmaja, we thank you so much for taking the time to share, if only an excerpt of your experience with us. I'm sure it has already been a blessing to not only hundreds, but maybe thousands. And I'm hoping you take the time to visit us when you are in Trinidad, whenever you decide to visit.
I sure will, Pastor. It's been a delight.
Good.
I really enjoyed being here in Trinidad, and I hope that people here will try my new healthy recipes, and that'll be I'll be very happy.
Very good, very good. Well, you can go to the website that I'm sure is at the bottom of the screen. That's
sweetsoothingmusic.com.
Soothing. Oh, I couldn't sing better than she did.
And they can contact me anytime.
Anytime.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you again, and we look forward to having you again
Thank
on
you,
JC
Pastor.
24/7.
Thank you.
That's it for today. And if you want to catch Padmaja again, of course, you can tune in to our YouTube channel, which should appear at the bottom of the screen, by the way. But in the meantime, continue to live well, live healthily. Know that God is not limited to Trinidad. Even in India, He can find you. His principles stand forever. Once you follow God and God's principle, not only would you live a healthy life, but you might very well live forever. We look forward to having you once again on JC 24/7. Bye.